Cornea tries to pass again, but this time Kofor and Devin Bledsoe team up on the side for a big...
I'm not going to do all of these prelims fights, but these two really stood out to me. We got Carlos, the natural born killer Condit. He's on a 5-fight losing streak right now versus Court, the Crusher McGee, who's on a 2-fight losing streak right now. And I believe Carlos Condit is going to be able to bounce back and get the win. Kyler the Matrix Phillips versus Cameron Ells headline the prelims. I feel like they're putting Kyler in a position to blow up if he can win impressively in this fight. Cameron is coming into the UFC with a 6-fight win streak. This is going to be his debut. I'm going to take Kyler though. I'll link his YouTube channel down below. It's him training, vlogging, and stuff like that. I think y'all enjoy it. To open up the main card, it's a light heavyweight bout between Daquan the Tarantula Townsend versus Dusko. I'm not going to try and pronounce his name, but he's over here on the right. Daquan's coming into this fight with a 3-fight losing streak with back-to-back UD losses, while Dusko is undefeated at 9-0, making his UFC debut. And I watched some of Dusko's highlights. He seems to be a problem, like a real problem. So I'm gonna take Dusko in this fight. And one of Dusko's win, he has a nasty sign where he breaks his opponent's arm. You can look it up if you want to. Next up, we have GDR versus Juliana Pena in a bantamweight fight. GDR is coming off a loss to the women's fighting GOAT, Amanda Nunes, while Pena is coming off a win over the former champion Nico Montano. This might be a number 1 contenders match. It might depend on what happens in the main event, but I think I'm going to take Juliana Pena in this fight. In the co-main event, we have Yorgan, the Mad Titan de Castro versus Carlos Boy Felipe. Apparently there's bad blood in this one because at the weigh-ins this morning, Carlos refused to shake Yorgan's hand, which in turn got Yorgan mad, which, I mean, what man wouldn't get mad if you stuck your hand out to get it shook? Yeah, somebody put theirs behind their back, but that's a different point. They're both coming off UD losses in their last fight, but Yorgan's knockout over Justin Taffa was a thing of beauty. This should be a good fight, but I think I'm going to end up taking the Mad Titan in this one, especially if they come out just swinging for the fences early. In the main event of the night, we got Holly, the Preacher's Daughter, Home versus Irene Robles. I think that's how you say her nickname. Aldana. Home is most well known for her kick heard around the world on Ronda Rousey back in 2015. In this fight, I feel like it's the same as GDR versus Pena. Whoever wins this fight more impressively is going to get the shot at Amanda Nunes after her fight with Megan Anderson, whenever that is. I'll be going back and forth on this one, but I think the new guard's going to be too much for Holly, and she's going to drop this one. I'm taking UD Aldana.